Soy Dani. Howdy friends, Dani here. Happy PJ Saturday. I hope everybody had a really great Thanksgiving holiday, and I hope that you took a moment to remember and acknowledge that for many folks, Thursday was a day of mourning, and that Friday was Native American Heritage Day. And you can actually check out some of the links on our page if you're interested in finding out more about this. So for me, the weekend after Thanksgiving is traditionally when my family decorates for Christmas time and the holiday season. As you can see, I've got my red tablecloth out, I got my Christmas hat on. I am a huge Christmas time fanatic. And one of the reasons that I love the holiday season so much is because it's a time when the whole world celebrates. Did you know that there are over 23 holidays between the beginning of Thanksgiving and the end of New Year's? 23, that's a lot. And there's the Festival of Lights, there's Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa, there's even our very own Unitarian Universalist holiday, and that's called Chalaka. And it's celebrated starting from the first Saturday in December, and it goes a whole week. And we'll actually talk about that on our in-person RE next Saturday. So if you haven't already registered for in-person RE, make sure you do that, because we're going to talk about Chalaka, we're going to make our own chalices, and we're going to start to do some decorating. Now, before we do anything else, I want to go ahead and light our chalice. And I picked this chalice lighting today because it's from Patty Collins, and it kind of reminds me of what's so great about the holiday season. It says, we come together to remind ourselves to treat all people kindly because they are our siblings, to live lives full of goodness and love because that is how we will make the world the best place it can be. Oops. And maybe it's because the holiday season is when we get to spend the most time with our families and friends and the people who love us. Maybe it's because during the holidays we get to give people gifts. Maybe it's just because we really want to make sure we impress Santa with our really good behavior, but it seems to me the holiday season is always full of kindness. And I think that having a whole season of kindness is kind of incredible. So, in the tradition of decorating for this holiday season and beginning, I would like to show you how to make snowflakes. So, if you want to make a snowflake, it's really easy. All you need is some paper, some pencils, and some scissors, okay? So you can choose to do like a blue holiday one and have it be all snowy, or you can choose to do it white. However you want to do it, it's up to you. You can decorate the way that you want to decorate. So I'm going to go with white because I actually really like being able to do the little silver frost things on it, and it shows up a little bit on the white paper better than it does on the blue paper. So the first thing I'm going to do with my construction paper is I need to make my paper square. Do you know how to make a square out of a rectangle? Yeah, that's right. You fold it in half. So, or you fold the triangle in half, and then you use the triangle to make a square. So I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to line it up along this corner, and that's how I'm going to make that. So I get it nice and over there. I'm actually going to move my placemat because though I love my festive placemat, it's not making it super easy to fold. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to line it up so it's just so. And the reason we do that is because when we make an equilateral triangle, and remember an equilateral triangle is a triangle that's the same on all three sides and has a right angle. There's your only math lesson that you'll probably get from me in a while. We end up with a square because two equilateral triangles equal a square. See, one equilateral triangle, there's our two ones. So now let's make this other square. So here we go. I'm going to fold it. And it looks a little bit like a hat, but what I'm doing is I'm taking this edge and I'm folding it so it lines up with the other part of my triangle, remember? All right. I'm gonna get all nice. Now you can go ahead and cut it because you have scissors, but I don't always cut the most evenly, so I'm gonna stick with the folding method because I think it makes it a little bit easier to just rip. Just gonna keep folding. If it wasn't COVID times, I would tell you to lick it and flip it and lick it. But I don't know where you're going to be doing this, so I'm not going to tell you to lick it. But you can also just put a little bit of water there too, come to think of it. I'm gonna separate it. And what I love about doing rips is it reminds us that we don't always need scissors. Sometimes we want scissors because we need to be precise, but sometimes all we just need are our fingernails. because we were given really incredible tools by the universe. All right, so now I've got my square. I'm gonna fold it in half. That was already part of what I'm going to do. And now I'm gonna fold it in half again. So I'm gonna fold it in half. Folding, la 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 la. Lots of folding. All right, I want to get a good crease there because the whole reason that I'm folding it because I want the crease. So now I'm gonna unfold it. So now I've got my crease down the center. You can see I didn't do it exactly perfect, but that's okay. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this edge, and put it right here. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take this edge and put it, no, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fold it right here and bring it here. And then I'm gonna fold it, I'm gonna bring it here. And that's gonna give me this really cool, it looks like it's like a pointy dog thing. Okay? And then I'm gonna fold that in half, like that. And then I'm gonna snip that part off. My cameraman seems to think that I've done something wrong. So I'll ask them if they want to vocalize what it is. If not, we'll just go with it, and if I did it wrong, we'll try again. Because that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes when you're trying new things. All right, so now I've got my handy dandy little thing that I folded together. And now what I need to do is I need to make sure that I keep this part safe. So this is going to be the center of my snowflake. So I don't want to cut this apart because if I cut this apart, I'll end up with lots of little pieces instead of one big piece. So now I'm just going to cut it and make it look cool. So however I want to cut it, I can. Maybe I want to do strips. Maybe I want to do triangles. Maybe I want to do squares or circles. However you want to do it, you do it. Because the cool thing about snowflakes is that they're all different, right? So different snowflakes make different things. Or different cuts make different snowflakes. That makes sense, right? Sorry. All right. Oh, it looks like I didn't cut down far enough on that side, but that's okay. It's a demonstration. It doesn't need to be perfect. I think I want to cut that part out. I think I want to do maybe kind of a cool triangle-y thing here. Wiggle. Maybe another cool triangle there. Do a little right angle because we were talking about equilateral triangles. Maybe I'll do one last little triangle. All right, now let's see if I did this right or if I got confused and I made a mistake. I don't know. We'll discover it together. So far, so good, right? Folding, 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 and that's an interesting snowflake. It's not quite the snowflake that I thought I was going to make, but it's still pretty cool, right? Right? No? I think it's cool. Let's maybe try with one of our blue ones. Let's see if we can do it a different way. Maybe our cameraman will tell me what I did wrong this time instead of just nodding furiously at me. So remember, we're going to make our square by making our equilateral triangle. Do you remember what an equilateral triangle is? I said it before. That's right. Triangle with all three sides and are the same. And if you have one that's got a right angle, that's fun too. That's how you end up with a square. Use my thing because I'm trying to be faster this time. All right, so I've got this. I'm folding in half.
Don't unfold it.
Oh, I'm not gonna unfold it. So I've unfolded too many times last time. Let's see. All right, now I'm gonna fold this part in half again. And then I'm going to use that. Ah, that was it. I missed a fold last time. There we go. So we're going to do here. So we're trying to get our triangle down to a quarter of the size fold there. Oh, such a hard fold. All right. And then I'm going to fold it in half. Remember, we want our cool little like house looking thing. Maybe I think it looks kind of like a coyote with ears, like if I drew some eyes. Maybe it's a reindeer. I don't know. So I'm going to snip it. Snip. That made a fun noise. Remember, the part we're not going to cut is down here because that's going to keep us, that's going to give us our cohesion. Here we go. I'm going to cut some triangles. Oof. maybe I do a slanty one down this way. You guys in the mood for a slanty one? Yeah, you like slants? I like slants. Pull that out. Give it a cut. Oops! That's okay. Don't forget, these papers need to go in the recycling, or better yet, you can save them and use them as decorations for other things, right? Because in the world of crafts, there's nothing that can't be reused. See if I can get these pieces out.
Do a cut at the top.
Oh, I can do a cut at the top, you think, guys? Folks? Try not to use guys so much. I'm really struggling with that, you know? Okie dokie. Now, let's see if I did a better job this time than last time. Here we go. 1 unfold, 2 unfold, 3 unfold. It's already starting to look a little better. I got a semicircle and snowflake! Hey, look at that. See, it's okay to make mistakes the first time, because you know what? This looks like a pretty cool snowflake too, because like it could hang this way. It's more like an ice crystal. So I got like a snowflake and an ice crystal. So they both kind of work, right? So one more time I'm going to show you, just because I made that mistake and I don't want you to get confused. So fold to get my square. Cut this off so that we have a square. So fold in half. Fold in half. Keep this fold in half. This is the one we're keeping in half. Then I'm going to fold in half again. But this one I'm going to unfold because I'm just looking for the crease. And then I'm going to fold here. I'm going to fold here. So I end up with my, we'll call it a reindeer. And then I fold it in half one last time. And I cut that little extra reindeer part off. So that I end up with a nice, what kind of triangle is this? When it's got the longer ones? Anybody remember? No, I don't remember. One of my friends who's really good at geometry can remind me of that. I think it's so cute because they're all small. Okay, anyway. So, and then I make my little cuts. Cut. 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 And then I'm going to pull out all my little pieces. Oof. And gotta give it a good little pull because it's construction paper and it's tough. Ooh. And then we unfold it. Just kind of pops open. Unfold it. Unfold it. Voila. Snowflake. Now, what am I going to do with this snowflake? Well, I could do lots of things with a snowflake. I could take a pipe cleaner and I could put it through here, or a piece of yarn, and then I could make something to hang it on. I could put it on the inside of my window. I could write a sweet little letter in the inside of it that says, I love you because you're awesome, and then give it to someone that I love because they're awesome. There are lots of different things I can do with my snowflake. And if I wanted to make it more decorative, I could take my little silver thing and I could draw some circles on it, or I could take blue if I wanted to make it more cold. Maybe one of these like tealer cool ones. See, it kind of like matches my frozen theme, and I could draw little sickles on that. So whatever I wanted to do, I could do with it. The other thing is to remember that you can make triangles of all kinds of shapes and sizes. So if you wanted, you could even take this strip that you cut off, and you could turn this into a snowflake, right? Because it's the same thing. You just need to make your triangle and then cut out your triangle. My scissors got buried underneath my snowflakes. So I could make a small one, and then it's just all the same steps, right? So fold it in half. Do I need to fold it in half one more time? Yeah, fold it in half. and then in half, and then in half. Oopsies, it gets so tiny. I can make a teeny tiny snowflake. Teeny tiny snowflake. And then I end up with my teeny tiny little snowflake, right? Voila! So there's lots of things you can do. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go now because I think I've monopolized too much of your time talking about crafts and snowflakes. I hope you have a good time. I hope you post some pictures in the comments below and let me know what you do with your snowflakes. Remember that each snowflake is unique, just like you. So you could even write what's unique about you in your snowflake, and you could make a whole family of snowflakes and post those on your windows. But you and your unique self should remember that you are loved, that you are cherished, and that you are not alone. Until next time, friends.